Today we're visiting TLC Florist and Greenhouse in Oklahoma City to learn about hot plants for the season. Joining me is April Enos to take a look at the new annuals.
Yes.
Well, April, you always have a beautiful collection.
Well, we want to keep everything updated and new, and so that people get to try some new stuff, maybe a whole new type of plant, or maybe an old favorite with a new variety. Like right now, a whole new type of plant would be this Lophospermum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got this glorious tube flower. It's as hardy and as prolific as a morning glory, but it's a hummingbird's dream.
Yeah, that would be great on
And
your
then
porch.
the foliage is just almost lacy, heavy but lacy, so it's something that's different. And it likes full sun.
Perfect.
Now, Scaevola
We're all used to the purple fan
flower,
flower.
and they came out with some pink a few years
Right,
ago and
right.
white, but now we have yellow. And yellow is always a nice color to add, especially if you mix the yellow and the purple together, because then there's a little bit of contrast. Now, this is not necessarily new, but it's not well known.
Okay.
This is Clerodendron. It's called a tropical bleeding heart. It's for shade.
Perfect. And that
And the
white
vine-
flower is going to brighten up
And
a
the
shady
shady
porch.
area, and then there's the interest with the dropping red heart, and it climbs, so you could actually put in a pot, have it climb up a shady porch edge. Now we also have some new petunias.
You have new petunias. This one is delightful with that dark center.
This is called Dark-Eyed Lady.
Okay, perfect name.
And then we have the Serfina patio yellow. It's a nice compact patio yellow.
This frilly flower
yes.
is interesting.
And it's one of the new doubles that are coming out.
Okay.
And then we have this one is a purple picotee, but it's one of the trailing in
Yes.
a picotee form, very large and bold. And what upset me so is we actually have an orange petunia, but it's so small I couldn't bring it out.
Our OSU fans will have to watch for that one.
Yes, they will.
And you've used a lot of these petunias in some mixed containers.
Yeah, these are our gardens with these are our gardens with a song, and you know the reason they're called gardens with a song is they're each named after a different song. Like this one is Purple Rain, and then we have Purple People Eater. We have a lot of purples because that's just how they worked out. This one is La Bamba.
Very nice. Very good.
And this one is 16 Candles.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, all different
What a
songs.
fun idea. Just
Yeah.
a little mixture.
And name them
different
after a song so
flowers.
people can remember. You know, this one is Purple Haze. And then this one is Here Comes the Sun. You know, songs that people can
Yeah.
remember and, you know, relate to.
That's a nice new idea. I like
Yeah.
that.
And it makes it easy because you just, you know, you buy one big thing, you know, your Thriller, and then this has the fillers and spillers, and you're done.
Yeah.
So you could buy a sun coleus and a couple of these, and your pot's done. And you didn't have to figure out, well, what will work with what, because it's already done
You've
for
taken
you.
some of the work away for
Yeah.
us. You have some great ground covers.
Yeah, I know
here.
these aren't annuals; these are perennial plants. However, most of the ground covers are here in the greenhouse, so I wanted them to be seen.
Okay.
Now, Deliosperma, a lot of people know the ice plants,
With-
and I have two new different types, but there's also new colors.
These are very interesting. Most
Yeah.
of the typical ones are the bright pinks.
yeah, and
this
this-
orange is completely new.
And then there's also the lavender ice, which is new. And I have a white and a yellow. They're just, you know, we're in between crops on those.
Okay.
Sedum is always a great. I mean, you can use it in the ground. It's hardy. You can walk on it, and if you walk on it and a piece breaks off, all that happens is it starts a new plant.
They'll reroot.
Yes, very easily. They're also great in containers, as you know, succulent
A lot of them will
containers.
spill over the edge, and look really
and then there are
nice.
some that are taller. So if you're looking for a succulent type container for full sun, don't forget to look in the ground cover area because the sedums will work real well for that. Okay, over
What's
here,
this one?
this is oh my God, Eliocharis. It's hard for me to pronounce sometimes, but this is miniature rush. In the shade, if you have a wet spot, you can grow this. This is about as tall as it gets. And but it's
very
soft.
soft, yeah.
But you can also walk on it, and look, it just bounces up. It has a very heavy traffic ability.
That's good for
Does
the
really
shade.
well.
We don't
Yes,
have
ma'am.
many.
And then Kenilworth ivy. A lot of people have seen the Kenilworth ivy,
the larger
but this is the
leaves, yeah.
dwarf, And I mean, it's great. I mean, and it, you know, morning sun, afternoon shade, the full shade does really well. And it even has a nice tiny little purple
Those are
flower.
very dainty.
And again, it's another thing that has a really good traffic tolerance.
You have a couple of ajugas
Yes.
in here.
This one is pink lightning, as you can quite well see. Instead of the normal blue flowers, it has a pink flower and a lot of white in it. And this one's called blueberry muffins. Look at the blue. I mean, it's almost a true blue tone in these flowers.
And the foliage
And they're
is
just,
nice.
and it's not, it's just, I like this one. Blue moneywort.
Oh, that's delightful. Look at those flowers.
And again, it's for shade. I just, you know, and the little wonderful flowers, and then, you know, it does trail out. It's not as prolific as the golden or the green. It's much slower, but with the flowers, it's well worth it.
And you have an elamium.
Elamium,
too.
yes, and this is Orium. It's got, you know, a really nice gold color and a very pretty, it looks like a bitone, light pink and lavender flower. And it's just something, these are for, this is for shade, and with the gold tones in it, it'll really brighten up a dark area.
Absolutely. And for some of our larger ground covers, you have
Yeah, this is a new sweet potato.
new sweet
type.
potato.
This is called Bewitched, and as they get bigger, they start getting more of a point to the end of it, almost like a little witchy hat. Yes.
Okay.
Bacopa, very popular, always has been, but this is Atlas Bacopa, and
That's
look
a
at the
huge
size
flower.
of that flower. It's almost triple the size of an average Bacopa flower, which is always nice. Bigger flowers, fuller, pretty. This is not new.
No, but it's a beautiful plant.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
plant, but people have forgotten about it. Persian shield is great. I've seen people grow it in full sun. I don't recommend it for that. You have to have a really good microclimate. But
And
morning
keep it
sun,
well watered
yeah,
if it's in the full sun.
very well watered. But morning sun, afternoon shade, the full shade, that purple iridescence, you're not going to get anything that striking. And they get big and turn into shrubs. I've got a lot of new herbs.
Some mint.
Yes,
Couple mints.
I've got lime mint
Some
and strawberry
strawberry.
mint.
Oh,
And then a basil mint that actually smells of basil.
they really do. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the flavors give you a little
Gives
different
me
flavor
flavors,
for your
teas
teas or
or-
whatever you're mixing.
Yeah.
You have
Candies.
a really nice dwarf buddleia here.
Yes, this is Buddleia Buzz. It is wonderful. It was designed not only to go well in the garden in small spaces, so you have a place that is too small for
Right.
the 10 by 10. You can still have a butterfly bush, but it also grows very well in a container. So if you have a patio garden and that's all that you have, you can still have the butterfly bush and bring in the butterflies. With this, imagine adding this to the Lophospermum, so you have hummingbirds and butterflies on your patio in your apartment.
In the front, we have some crotons, and again, these are going to be a plant that's not necessarily new, but
But but the varieties are very different because you've got the different leaf textures, and like, you know, this one is called Magnificent. This one is Picasso's paintbrush,
I like
and it
the
just gives you
narrow
different
leaf.
textures and going on. And they go full sun to full shade.
Perfect.
You can't, you know, and they go down to 28 degrees. They're going to last through
they're going to last
fall
all season.
and through fall. Great plant to have.
We have time for about one more,
Plant.
and I couldn't leave
Yeah.
without looking at this Angelonia.
Yeah, this is Angelonia archangel. It goes back to what Angelonia was when it first came out. Large flowers, bold color, a little bit bigger. This could actually be your thriller in your pot, your centerpiece of a
Absolutely.
pot, and add a couple of little extra things to fill in and hang down, and and it'd be perfect.
Well, thank you so much, April.
Thanks for coming. We like having you here.